Sometimes I wonder what my life would look like if I never moved to Japan. Before this, I spent so much of my life trying to make myself smaller. Smaller gestures, smaller voice, smaller reactions, smaller personality. I became so aware of how I walked, how I talked, how I laughed, because growing up being different always felt dangerous. But when I moved to Japan in 2017, something slowly changed. And the strange thing is, nothing dramatic even happened. Nobody sat me down and told me I was accepted. Nobody made a big speech about freedom. Nobody even really cared. And maybe that was the thing that changed me the most. For the first time in my life, my existence didn't feel like a discussion. We'll cancel that one, and here I could say my boyfriend in a conversation, and people would just continue talking normally. No weird silence, no uncomfortable reactions, no sudden change in energy. Life just kept moving. Itadakimasu. It looks so good, right? You know, with Japanese food, if they promise something, they really deliver. The noodles are so mochi mochi. It's like soft and chewy. So let me give you a background about myself. I know some of you already know that I'm from the Philippines. And if you know the Philippines is, how can I put it nicely? Philippines is a homophobic country. That's already nice. Majority in the Philippines are quite religious, and what they tell you in religion is that if you are a homosexual, if you are gay, you would go to hell. And you need to repent, you need to change yourself. That teaching is the same, almost the same for every religion in the Philippines. Growing up in the Philippines, it was really difficult for me. My childhood, my younger days, it wasn't really easy, especially with my family. My mother's side and my father's side, they're all homophobics. So they do not like gay people. When I was younger, I was forced to be someone who I am not. When I was in high school, I tried having girlfriends, and I genuinely tried my best to change myself. And also I was trying to enter show business, and I was trying to be kind of like an idol when I was younger. It was not easy because I had to conceal myself. At that time, I felt like, oh no, I really need to be straight for my dreams, for my future. And you know, everyone doesn't really like me being gay. At that point in my life, I felt like, why am I getting stressed out with something so uncontrollable? It was me. I was born with it. And why do I have to, be punished for something that I didn't choose to be? Not until I grew up and I felt like, okay, this is it. I do not care anymore. Whatever you think of me, if you think of me like that, okay, that's fine. But still, at the back of my head, I was still scared to be disowned. I was a little bit scared for people not to like me. And then I moved to Japan. I felt like I could start a whole new life. It felt like I am a clean slate. I am not pretending to be anyone. So I told myself, why do I have to change myself for someone else's life? You know what, Kevin? Just live your life happily. And if people choose to dislike you for who you are, then let them go. Even if they're family, even if they're close friends, they don't like you, then just let them leave. So luckily for me, my sister didn't care about it. My mom, I remember, she didn't like it at first. But, she had this idea that if you are already an adult, it's your life. You can do whatever you want with it. Just don't do crazy stuff. So Japan was more accepting than the Philippines, hands down. If you like the same sex, Japan is the place for you, not the Philippines. I went out on dates. Sometimes we would hold hands, sometimes we would be a little bit clingy, and of course, people will look at you, even if you are straight, even if you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend. So people look at us, but they don't say anything. They don't do anything. If they think of something, they wouldn't say it. And there's this place in Shinjuku called Nichome. If you walk around there, it's like a free place and no one really cares. No one would shout at you, no one would do something bad to you. Also, straight people go there too, and it's just so harmonious. No one really cares about your sexuality because it's not their lives. At work, I tell them my reality. It's just so normal. And there are a lot of things contributing to this reality in Japan. And I want to talk about that, but I need to eat my breakfast.
Now, while it's a nice tool and it's very simple for beginners to start with, you're paying a very big price.
You can iterate from there. My one, I guess, not exactly a negative, but something that I'm critical about is just the styling.
Living in Japan made me stronger. You learn very quickly that here, people are too busy living their own lives to constantly judge yours. The trains still move, people still go to work, the convenience store is still open at 2 a.m. Life keeps going. At some point, I realized maybe I was the one judging myself the hardest all along.
44. I've always had this app idea, but I stopped wasting months building apps the hard way. With Base 44, I can create entire applications just by describing what I want in plain English. This is to build a customer growth.
I'm gonna go to work now, and you're coming with me. I'm excited to finish the work that I've been doing, and I'm excited to show it to you. Let's go. Japan didn't magically solve everything. There are still conservative people here. There are still moments where you feel lonely as a foreigner. But compared to the fear I carried before, this felt lighter, quieter, and safer. And I think one of the reasons Japan helped me grow is because there's less pressure to explain yourself all the time. I think one of the biggest reasons Japan felt freeing to me is because people here usually let you exist without making your sexuality your entire identity. Back home, being gay sometimes felt like carrying a label everywhere I went. People noticed it, talked about it, judged it. But in Japan, I stopped feeling different. I was just another person on the train, another customer at a convenience store, another tired worker walking home at night. And honestly, that normality changed my life. Because when you spend years being hyper aware of yourself, being treated normally becomes something emotional. Japan gave me the freedom to stop explaining myself all the time. Not because it's perfect here, but because people usually let you live peacefully. And for someone who spent years scared of being seen, that kind of quiet freedom can change everything. So if you ask me if Japan is safe for gay people to live in, I'd say yes. Because this is the first place where being gay stopped feeling like something I needed to defend. I could finally just exist and live my life peacefully. Basically, what I'm trying to say is life is so short to not be yourself. And at the end of the day, it's your life. If you don't feel comfortable of who you are day by day, you just live every day to please people, I think you will never be happy. If you want to be a singer, if you want to be a dancer, if you want to be a YouTuber, and you always think that people will hate you for that or people will judge you for that, just forget about them. Consider them dead in your life. That said, I have to go to work. Please don't forget to subscribe and also support Nikki when it comes out. I'm putting my heart into this project. See you in another day in my life. Jane. Bye bye.